Good morning, everyone. We are here at Tax Wars USA, and this is Don and Nicole. We're looking forward to bringing you some great tax resolution tips, primarily for professionals, but you taxpayers can take a look as well. And if you have questions, be sure to give us a call. We also want to remind you, just off at the beginning, to subscribe, hit that like button. We're trying to grow out the channel right now, and it would really help if just a few people would do that. That way we can get more of this important information out. We are down on Main Street in Riverside, California today, and we're going to be continuing our discussion about tax regarding divorce, marriage, children, basically the family. We have been discussing people who may be going through divorce, getting divorced, or even looking to get married at this time right now, post-divorce or whatever. So I'm going to have Nicole go over some of those things and some of those stories. We'll be going into detail about how people get into situations with their taxes with regards to divorce, and also with regards to marrying or remarrying. Right, Nicole?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. So
very
we
good.
do get a lot of calls regarding people who owe taxes currently and they are looking to get married, but they either don't want to take on their potential spouse's debt, or it's the spouse who owes and they don't want to bring that debt into the marriage. So they will call us to find out how they can resolve that debt prior to getting married. So like I said, they don't bring that debt into the marriage and start off on the right foot. So we do offer solutions for that. There are quite a few ways that the IRS does have to resolve that, but the best would be an offer and compromise. I'm sure we'll get into that topic later, but that would just be the best way to resolve debt before getting married. Another thing would be that once you are married, the debt does not just automatically become your spouse's debt as well. As long as you file separately, then the debt will remain separate and you will still get your refund. Also, we talked about injured spouse before. That would allow you to get a refund even if your spouse owes.
Yes, many times in our office, and I'm sure most of you tax professionals out there may get these calls as well, where someone calls you, they are looking to get married, but they just discovered that their sweetheart, their future ex-wife or ex-husband has a substantial tax debt. The question often is, well, if we get married, can they come after me because he doesn't really have any money? I own the houses and the cars, and have the 401k and the huge bank account. So what I want to do is take care of help him or her take care of the tax debt so that we can get married. Well, we go, that's wonderful. We're so happy that you finally found your truest love. Okay. And please, we can assist you, but we want an invitation to the wedding. Nicole and I love weddings. We're just like, wow, who still actually does this ritual and actually gets married? But anyway, there's typically good drink and food at those things.
Mm-hmm.
So we always show up.
Yep.
Just send us a wedding invite. We'll be there with bells on.
Yes.
Okay. But getting back to that question, and many of you, as I said, many of you may get this question, and people don't realize, so long, if you're getting married, I always tell them, look, go ahead, start your wedding plans, get married, set that date, because all you have to do is, once you have married, if you haven't taken care of the tax debt, just file married filing separately, okay? Just file married filing separately until the tax debt is resolved.
Yes.
And once your assets have been separate, once you keep your assets, income separate, you probably don't want to have any shared bank accounts. Correct, Nicole?
Correct, because if you do owe the IRS and they decide to levy your bank account, any account that has your name on it, even if it's a joint account, they will take all of the money.
Yes, that's right, and that's where there's kind of a gray area where you can get hit.
Yes.
Of course, nowadays, most spouses, even those who are happily married, don't share bank accounts.
Right.
Right. Also, be careful, because if you owe tax debt, and say your children or your stepchildren or whatever, and you sign on their account, they can have the money in their account garnished or limited to any account that has your Social Security number on there. If you are the one with the tax debt.
Yes.
The good thing is, as we always tell them, well, look, please go ahead, move forward with your wedding, your engagement, whatever you're doing. Just remember to file married filing separately when you do file.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we should be able to get rid of this tax debt for you, or at least get you into a situation to where you can begin the process. And that's very simple. It's just like resolving any other tax debt through tax resolution. So please watch this video before you call us if you're planning on getting married. Okay? Our best shot. Don't get married. All right, Nicole is just going to bring up scenarios where you did get married, you did file that first year or two, married filing jointly, and you suddenly realize now that the IRS is sending notices, and you discover that this Prince Charming, or this unicorn that you chose to get married to, has a substantial tax debt, and that's when it can become a problem. But once again, there's always a solution and resolution to any tax problem, and that's what we want to let the tax professional community know, that if you have questions, you can always call us. This is what we deal in. But there are many solutions to every situation and every tax problem, no matter what the problem or situation is. Now, the taxpayer may not always like the outcome. That can be challenging. As a matter of fact, when it comes to couples, this can be quite frightening, especially if they weren't aware of it. Many times we get calls particularly from the wife. They're highly upset. There's usually some other family dynamics going on inside the household, and all they want to do is say, "I had Mr. Barnes, Miss Nicole, I had no idea. And sometimes they feel that they're a criminal. They're going to go to jail.
Yes.
And I always say, well, it's very rare for someone to go to jail for just having tax debt. Remember, it's not illegal to owe the IRS money. Okay? It happens all the time.
Yes.
Hey, listen, there have been presidents and consorts, kings, senators, congressmen, who have owed millions of dollars to the IRS. It's not illegal to owe. However, it is illegal to willingly not file your tax returns. That's where it can become a problem, although very few people are going to be imprisoned for that. And you have to go through the tax court, and they have to prove that you had a willful intent not to file. But you can always file the return and avoid going to jail, unless it might not make financial sense for you to file that return. Anyway, I digress. Nicole, so typically what will happen, what is a typical call like when that frantic spouse calls in? They're newlyweds. Remember, the first 2 years are the honeymoon period. And they've just discovered, they filed together, they just discovered that their beloved has a substantial tax debt. And what does that call typically go like? Do you want to role play that, Nicole?
Sure.
Okay. Which do you want to be, Nicole? The taxpayer or the tax professional receiving the call?
The tax professional receiving the call.
Good answer, Nicole. Let's see if that's up there on the board. Yes! Okay, so I guess I'm going to be I'm going to be the one of the spouses
Yes.
calling.
Yep.
Okay, I do that very well. I love playing that. Okay, all right. So ring, 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 ring.
D-Tax LLC. This is Nicole.
Miss Nicole, my name is Janice Smith, and I want to talk to you because what happened is I just discovered that my new husband. We've been married for 2.5 years now. I do have kids also, but I just discovered that he owes 200. Are you sitting down, Miss Nicole?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
He owes $250,000 to the I, the R, and the S.
Oh, wow, Miss Smith.
Yeah, my first question, Mr. Cole, am I going to be liable for that $250,000 that he owes? Now he don't know that I'm calling because I just got notices from the IRS, and I opened them up, and it says I went through everything, and it says that that's how much he owes. And this happened before he and I decided to get married, Mr. Cole. Am I going to be liable? Am I going to be liable for that, Mr. Cole?
Okay, ma'am, no worries. No, you are not liable for any debt that he incurred prior to your marriage.
Oh
So
my God!
If he filed he filed single or married with another spouse,
Holy
had a
macaroni!
household before you were married, then you are not liable for any of that tax debt.
Mr. Cole,
And the notices should not be coming with your
oh
name
Lordy!
on it.
Oh, Mr. Cole, you are an angel. I'm so glad
Yes,
that
I
I
am, ma'am.
called you. Now,
Yes.
now he owes, so he owes that $250,000. Is that
Yes,
right?
That sounds about right.
They can't come after me for that.
No, they cannot unless you have a joint bank account. They could attempt to levy the bank account if your name is on it as well. So I would definitely recommend keeping your finances separated at this time, and be aware of that.
Oh, Mr. Cole, when we got married, he wanted me to place him on my credit union account. I have a credit union account, and then on the Chase bank account, we put him on that, and then he wanted to be also listed on my mortgage because I have a beautiful house, and he wanted to be listed on the mortgage.
Yes, ma'am. Sounds about right.
Okay.
So at this point, just because everything's already done and he does already have his name on your assets, the best way to resolve the issue or to make sure that he does not get levied or any other further collection actions happen is to have us help you get into a resolution. At this point, we can try an offer in compromise, non-collectible status, even just a payment plan will prevent them from collecting any of the debts and from levying any of your assets.
Well, now, Mr. Cole, that sounds wonderful. However, I have to tell you that Chuck, I discovered. Is this a? Can anybody else hear us on the line?
No, ma'am. No.
This is a secure line.
Yes,
Mr.
this
Cole?
is a secure line.
Okay.